What's going on, you guys? We have some new updates when it comes to Last Project Spartan and also Spartan Society. So I want to give you some basically new things that we have here where we kind of combine them both. Okay, so we still have the exact same platform. We're generating leads and everything like that. We'll go over further in a future video on how if you are basically taking the classes and stuff like that, and you're like a professor, all this type of thing like that, high up and everything like that, how you should let the students basically do that. So the students basically become like interns and stuff like that. So now, do not mind this right here. We got to fix all this. This still got to be fixed. But this is the rankings. These rankings basically help you with graduation. So when you go here, when you become the shield, you can rank up through by doing things, by going to classes and stuff like that. You can rank up that way. Um, these are the things that you have to do to basically get to graduation. I'll explain a little further. But yeah, so you have to get to shield at least, and there's different classes and different steps of type of classes which I'll go into right now. So right now, which is new, which basically is new, is just this right here. As you can see, all this stuff right here. You see the members right there, and then you have this. So now, when you go to classes, you'll see the schedule for the classes and stuff like that. So as you can see, you have Winger, um, pardon me, Winger, he handles the business funding and the banking relationship. So he has studied and got a certificate into that type of stuff like that. So he has done the class and all that stuff. So he'd be able to teach that. He has also raised a great amount of money when it comes to banking. So you guys will have access to Winger, and you'd be able to be in his class at 1 a.m. to pardon me, not 1 a.m. 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Sorry about that. Then you have mental foundation, which is very important due to the fact that when you start a business, you will find out a lot of things. It's not as what they show on YouTube, the gurus, what the gurus show and what you see on Instagram. It's not that at all that stuff is lies, it's BS, it's nonsense, and you will start to see that it's a lonely journey. It's a very lonely journey. Like, it's not what no one tells you how hard it is being an entrepreneur and running a business and everything like that. But it's worth it. That's the problem. That it's very hard to deal with, but it's also worth it. So that's the problem there. Like, okay, I don't want to go through this, but the reward of it is just like basically you have the best life that you could possibly have. All your problems when it comes to on the financial side will go away. So you need financial. Pardon me, mindset foundation. You need that right there. How to handle being turned down, discipline, all that type of stuff like that. So it's a bunch of things like that. That's going to be a very important class. This is why it's on Monday. Then you have Tuesday, which is networking collaboration. Collaboration is currency from our partners. The Black Agenda, that's one of their slogans and stuff like that. It's very powerful. When it comes to networking, that's how you get the success. Like what we have done in less than 30 days, I'm talking about life changing for everybody. So um, when you guys start to network and stuff, and this is one of the skill sets that people are very afraid of, like talking to people. We have social media and stuff like that, it makes it kind of difficult and everything like that. So we put this here so people can do like a speed networking, like speed dating, but networking, talking to each other and stuff like that. This is very important. And then alliance building, starting to trust people. We put you into accountability groups where get with whoever you trust the most inside of Sparta, and then you basically use those guys to hold each other as accountable. So that's very important to have as well. So again, remember I told you this is a lonely journey. We kind of fixed that when it comes to the network and collaboration and stuff like that. Branding and presence. This is basically modernize everything when it comes to how to be seen, how to build your name, how to get people to basically what I've done, get into those rooms and everything like that, and setting up the websites, all that stuff right there. So that's pretty cool. That is held by Yamel and myself, as in networking and collaboration is also held by Bianca and myself as well. So these are the professors. So Professor Winger, Professor Bianca, Professor Yamel, and myself, right? So that's that there. And then you have lead generation and marketing. The business with no leads is dead, right? So business with no customers is dead, and we wanted to make sure that you guys have customers and everything like that. So it's very important. So we wanted to put that there for you guys with our lead generation tools and all that stuff like that. Then you have prospecting, how to prospect leads the correct way and how to basically talk to them and how to reach out to them and stuff like that. So that's very, very important as well. These skills, these classes are basically what you need to create a successful business and how you run a successful business. So it's very important to have these things right here. Those are led by Professor Alexi and Professor Kiana. So you guys will enjoy that one as well when it comes to that. Then you have Wealth and Growth, which that is held by Christian and Prince. Um, the first one in the morning, which is 11 a.m. That is credit repair, money management, and investing basics and stuff. So those type of things right there is very important. We want to make sure before we put you in front of banks, all those type of things like that, getting you in front of banks, we want to make sure that your credit is right. So that's very important because if you start a new LLC, they kind of connect you to the parent, which is you. So that's that there. So, but you still have access to how to separate yourself with Winter's class. But this is just the beginning. We want everybody to have a 700 plus. 750 would be great, but 700 is like A. 750 is an A plus to us, right? So that's how we actually grade you with your credit score with us. And that's that right there. So. And then you have pitching and communications. You got to know how to talk to money, right? So you got to know how to be able to explain yourself within 30 seconds, and then you have that there. And then you have Education Day. Education Day is basically going over everything that we have talked about this week, and then go over uh, family, how to build family structure, which I'll show you in a second. We'll go over all those things. Those things are very important and stuff like that. Okay. And that's that there. Okay, so then you have all these things right here to basically go over everything that you need to know about everything there. So you can just go here and just look at everything, basically the flow on how everything works. So this is that right there. Now we'll go into the new stuff that you need. Okay, so what's basically important right now, very important, is this right here because this is where all the training is at. Okay, so you go here. This is they start your classes. You want to go here, and this is how you get the PDF file. So I'll just basically briefly go through these things. So this is the what you guys will have basically see. So this is your classes and stuff like that. So this is what you'll take the class. You download this. When you go to class, you'll basically work on this stuff right here. So it will change. Like these, we will add more and more, like class 2 and stuff like that. You'll have these, but for right now, these are the basic things that you need to handle right here. So this is for business funding and banking relationships. So this helps you create those type of things like that, like what you need and what to say and all those type of things like that there. So you have that. Then you have network. So you have all this type of things like that. Basically put all these type of things, how to basically prepare yourself for talking to people, all these type of things like that. So you have all these things right here that is very important. And we help you again with how to talk to people and stuff like that. Then you have the digital workshop, which is basically setting up your brand. These are things that most people don't do when they start their business. This is things that people just don't do, right? So we make sure that you guys will have all the access and to all the type of things like that. We always have the principles there, so you'll know what to do and like what the thought process behind everything. Then you have lead generation. It tells you everything you need to know. Again, everything that you need to have, all the type of stuff like that. We make sure you will be in classes 100% prepared and everything like that. So make sure you go through all these and download them all and then be prepared to take them to the next thing. Then you have the financial foundation and you have all these type of things like that. Walk you through everything, all these type of stuff like that. Put everything on paper so you can be prepared for the next for the next steps and everything. So then you have this right here, the execution day. This is very important right here. You have all the stuff, what you like, make sure that you just to take the time to then everything that you have done throughout the week, finish those things up. When you start your business, if you did start your business, let's start to execute to make you some money. Like let's get your first sale. If you is the first time starting a business, let's do that. Let's reach out to clients and customers so you can get your first sale. Whatever the case may be, if you need it even talk to your family members and stuff like that to sell whatever product that you have. So it's not like sell our product, but whatever you have. So if it's like it's lotion or whatever the case may be, we'll help you be able to close that deal with your family member or whatever the case may be. But the goal is to make sure that you make money. So within 90 days, we wanted you to make $1,000. We set it pretty low. The goal is to make way more than that, but within 90 days, we want to make you $1,000 inside of your business. The more is better, right? So then you have the family unit, and then how to set your family as a company. Right, so you want to basically set all this up, and you basically put the family members, like husband, wife, whatever the case may be, put all your kids there, and then we'll help you basically set up your LLC to, be able to write off your children and stuff like that. So all those type of things like that will be coming into this these classes. So prepare yourself for when you come in. These are the things that you will be doing, setting up your life completely the right way right now, basically. So this is the mindset stuff. So this is everything that you'll get. So download this. This is the classes you'll be sitting with me at that time. And then you have how to get the honorary doctorates, right? So you have to basically generate $50,000 in business revenue and profits, which that, again, remember said would get you 1,000, but we would definitely help you reach that 50,000 profit thing. So you don't have to worry about that. And again, that's with whatever it is that you're selling. So it's not like selling our product or whatever the case may be. It's selling whatever it is that you got going on. So it is whatever it is. It could be a hair company. It can be, again, lotions, candles, whatever the case may be. We want to make sure that we get you out there where you selling $50,000 and stuff. Okay, so then you have to get another thing. So you have to finish all the classes. You have to finish up the classes up to the shield. This is stone. All this stuff is stone. This is stone stuff. And then you get up to shield. Now shield classes is a little more like stone is hands-on as well, but shield is much more hands-on. So you have that there, and then you have the $50,000 where you have to make that in profit or revenue, which won't be easy, but we'll make sure we make it as easy as possible. Take you again, network events, all the type of stuff like that. You'll do all that stuff. Then you have to secure funding, and this is what it takes for you to graduate. Okay, so you have to secure funding from one of our funding opportunities that we'll give you from the pipeline, founder the pipeline, founder the funding pipeline. Sorry about that. One of us, if me and King Clyde, one of our investors, we get together and we might invest in you or whatever the case may be, or banks or any other investors that we connect you with. That would be a way for you to graduate as well. And then we want you to know that this isn't just a piece of paper where it's like, hey, I got this, and we don't just pass people by. So what the concept of everything that we're building is, we are what colleges are supposed to be, right? What we were told for decades and decades and decades. You go to school, get a job, and all that stuff like that. We basically took that concept and then made it to the point where it's like we kind of removed all of the failures that people can fail with, but you can still fail due to you. We'll be 100% there to help you succeed with everything, with all the resources, helping you get funding, all that type of stuff like that. We even had the loan program if you need money to pay rent or whatever the case may be, depending on if you are a Shield member or higher, you'll be able to use the loan program. And the way you pay us back is not from you can pay it back with yourself manually, or you can use labs, and you can pay us back that by closing a deal with labs and then pay us back that way. So we kind of like stripped all of the excuses and everything for people to fail, and just leave it up to them. So all you got to do is show up and just do the work. That's it, So that's that right there. Again, we just don't hand them out and stuff like that. You have to do the work. I just want to let you know, it's not a handout. It's you do the work. So college passes you on. We don't do that. We won't graduate you until you do these things. Okay. We're working with King Clyde. He's a king from Africa. And then we're working with the Black Agenda as well. And this is how we get you guys a ceremony and graduations and all that type of stuff like that. I'm going to show you a ceremony in a few seconds that we was recently at in Atlanta. And these are some of the people. Again, you can pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to basically be a part of like a college or wherever the case may be, and you will still never meet people like this. These are people who graduated with this program here that we have here. Okay, so we have Ray Lewis, as you know him, Tiffany Haddish, and Lamar Odom, and these guys right here. And then this was recently. This was recently. I don't know how to zoom up. This is where I was at. I was in this one here. I don't know how to zoom up in this. Okay. This is where Atlanta. This is. I'm gonna show you in a few seconds. Some there. So yeah, Michael. Yeah, Michael Reed Roberts, Jamal Bryant. You guys know who these people are, right? So these are people who have gotten our degrees. So these guys are great. The Black Agenda did an amazing job, and we're going to work with them on when it comes to having graduate classes, and then their billionaire mindset weekends. We would try to line it up where it was there. So wherever they're doing theirs, we line up our graduations with theirs. So it'd be a 3-day weekend where multiple events. We go to theirs, we go to ours. Then everybody can graduate whatever their class is. In our class, their class go, then our class go. So we want to have that to be a huge thing. So this we want to make sure. And our next graduation, we will have celebrities there as well too. So so it's like hopefully from people from Philadelphia, we get some people like, this is 2026 by the way. So depending on when you're watching the video, 2026. I'm trying to see if we can get Wallow, get Gilly inside, Kevin Hart, Will Smith, and see if we can get in touch with these guys, which we do have access to those people to let you know that. I know it sounds crazy me saying this, but trust me, we can get in touch with those guys. We have access to almost anybody that we want. Yeah, so we're going to try to see if we can get those guys and get them to do the 2026 one for us. I want to represent them for Philadelphia, get them their degree, honor those guys and stuff like that, get them their doctorates and stuff like that. And yes, your name will be Dr. whatever your name is. So that is a good thing right there. So let me show you the videos and we'll be done here. All right, here's the graduation. I had to basically upload it and I forgot to upload it. So here's it right here. This is basically what you will experience. This is everything you'll experience. So as you can see, this is something we got planned for you. This is what we're going to build with you and everything like that. Hopefully you'll be a part of 2026. It'll be pretty big. Bring your family. We'll fly you out. We'll fly you out. We won't. I don't know about the family members, but we'll fly you out. And then bring your family and them come support you and everything like that. It'll be a graduation, an actual graduation. It's a real graduation, by the way. And you guys will be having fun. I don't know about throwing your hats because those hats are pretty expensive. So those are like not regular graduation hats. So if you want to throw yours, you can. But like we recommend you do that. They spend some money on those type of things like that. So I can't wait to see you there. Hopefully make me proud. Thank you for watching the video. These are the updates, and we start on Monday, which will be September 1st, 2025. We're preparing for, this will be the school time for you guys to start. So this is the first start of our academy, our college. And yeah, can't wait to see who will be the ones that prosper, because the work that you have to do is actual work that matters, actual work that matters. Catch you later.